Alright guys, welcome back, and how are you guys doing today? And quickly, I want us to take a look at BTC because a lot of people have been chatting me about BTC, that what's going on. I've not been talking about BTC lately. Is it because I stopped trading BTC? And I was like, no, nothing. I've just not had time to send the video for BTC, but it's not like I stopped trading BTC. I didn't stop trading. BTC is still my favorite all-time guy. It's still paying me. Like this week I trade BTC buys. People in my group knew when I dropped the signal, and I took some profits and I left, even if I didn't hold on as much as possible, but I took some profits and I left. But without spending much time on that, let's look at BTC presently and what is the expectation. So this is the present zone we are in for BTC, so I don't want to stretch things out. This is the present area, this is the past, so let me just focus on the present. And from a monthly time, really, what are our expectation on BTC? So we have higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low, and we are expecting a new high. Expecting a new high. I was like, BTC should get to I think about 150. I'm looking at around 150 for BTC. BTC should come to around this area, 140, 150. This is the zone I'm looking forward. So, but I just kept this here because from this area we should start seeing price should start showing correction in this area, but it's all good. I'm looking forward to this area on BTC. Let me just make this current interval. So presently we are strongly bullish on BTC. We are taking the new all-time high on BTC. BTC is in 117 now, and possibly enough I'm looking forward to 140, 150 on BTC before we see any correction from BTC. Also, I saw something which okay, it's not important anymore because price is not even obeying that, because one of my students sent me a trend view of this and said we should retrace back to around 60. I said, what did you say? No, that's not true, because presently we are making higher highs and we are continuing to make higher highs. You are using trend line to judge. No, that's not true. What's the market structure saying? The market structure is saying that we are bullish, creating high highs on high lows. So I'm following up on what the market structure is saying. I'm not following up on what trend line is telling me to do or something. No, don't get it wrong, bro. So I wanted to show that before, but there's no need for that. So presently I'm looking forward to buying only on BTC. So I'm not interested in selling. I'm looking forward to buying opportunities. So let's go down to lower time frame from the weekly. Let's see how we could make use of these buying opportunities. So presently on the weekly, this is the present weekly higher high after we broke out of this zone. This was the present higher highs, and this was the present high lows. So if we want to use weekly, this is the previous weekly high to this previous weekly high. So if we want to use this zone to assume where should our next zone be, you can see my trend is bullish, and I would love to see, you see, this is why I kept this guy here, because from here to here we're expecting the same movement on this same area. So I can still leave this on this current interval, and okay. So presently we broke out of this monthly zone. You can see we have a evening star and we have evening star rejection here. This is a double top on a weekly, and price broke out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles before we made a bullish engulfing candle. I was expecting to see a W pattern here, kind of, before we move, but immediately price broke out from this zone. Price broke out from this high. Yeah, price broke out from this zone, and immediately price broke out from this zone. I already knew we are not coming back, because when price was here, I was expecting price to come back here, but immediately I knew price was not coming back, and I push up my trend line so that I can have a view of what we are doing. So let's say I have this also around this area. So I have it around this area. Let me lock both of them. Okay, so I have it around this area. So my target is here, 136, 135. Let's say 135. So higher highs, higher lows. We are going for a new higher high before we come back for a new low. So on the weekly, we are still bullish. No matter how the bearish candle form, we are still bullish. So let's go down to daily. This is where my chart gets rough. On the daily, you guys know, my chart gets rough from this area. Now from daily, this is where things start to switch up on me. Okay, let me just push this to this area and push this a little higher. Yeah, you know, of course I know. Now this high was broken out. This guy is responsible for it. And what do we see price do? Price came back into this area and respected this two area. Price respected that area. So I'm expecting price to come back to this area, but the way price is doing, I'm not sure price is coming back to this area, because we have a lot of long big candles. You can see 3 days candle, 1, 2, 3 are very high. So the probability of price coming back to this area has to be determined from this area, from this new higher high. Now this is the present higher high, which is 118. This is the present higher high, 118. So let's see if we can retrace back to probably this area, or better still this zone. This weekly zone, I think should be like this. Yeah, bearish, 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 bearish. Yeah, that zone is tough. So I think it's this area. I'll push it a little higher so that this last one can fall into place. Good. So we have sell, 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 sell. This is a resistance zone, and we broke that resistance zone. So who is responsible for that break? That's the person I'm interested in as my higher low. So let me send it to the back so that my high lows will be around this area now, if price wants to respect it. So this is the rejection and this is the breakout. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse. Now this last candle swept this previous one. So presently, if price comes inside this area here, I'm positively going to be interested. Let me remove this. Let me remove this also. I'm going to be interested in that area because price cleared liquidity, break market structure. So we should have a return to other block in this area. So I have here like this, and so this should be my next higher low. If price wants to respect it, this should be my next higher low, and we have an impulsive move. So if price should come back to this area. We should see some reaction from this area, but if not, we are still bullish. So if we are still bullish, let's go down to, but from daily structure, we have a new higher high, which signifies that we should have a higher low. So price must wick into this zone before we go. All right, so let's see what we have on the 4-hour time frame. This is where my charts used to get. You guys will just forgive me, because if I don't have all this on my zones, I possibly don't understand how my entry is going to be. So I try as much as possible to have this on my zones. And so this is my 4-hour zone, these ones are my 4-hour zone. So we have a rejection here. This is what gave me the buy intellect. We have first rejection, second M formation. If we break out and retest, we should continue the sell, but we didn't retest. Instead, we break above. Whoa, that's suspicious. So this becomes a strong resistance. Price came into it, came back to the responsible guy. Who is responsible here? Came back to the zone, tapped into this drop-based drop formation, and started seeing positivity. So when I saw this first buy, I think I was in this buy around area here. I got a little, then I wasn't in this sell, so I realized that we have the first drop, second drop. I knew this third drop is not going to hold. I saw this first push, and price didn't get to this zone, but this zone held price, and price was able to create this candle. When price created this candle, I was waiting for more bullish push. So I was zoomed in this area. Presently I was zoomed in. I was looking for more buy candles. So I was seeing drop buy, drop buy. When I saw this 1 2 3, I had an entry here, but it was on a 1-hour candle, but price gave me a little profit. I closed and price came back. Because it was on a 1-hour candle, my target was to take out this high, but when I took out this high, I wasn't convinced with the candle it was giving me. So I quickly closed. No, I didn't close. I did a break even. Then price came back and caught me out. So when he caught me out, I was like, whoa, okay, no problem. Then the next candle I just saw was boom. I was like, what just happened? Why did this guy just do this to me? Why? So I missed out on the buy, and when we broke out from this zone, I saw this also, but I didn't get in because I was really upset with what BTC did here. So I didn't get in here on this other one. I didn't get in, and price pushed and continued to push. So presently I'm right here. I'm looking for, this is the first drop. I'm looking to see if we'll see sellers hold this area. If sellers can hold this area, then we should be coming below to this area. So I would love to see the sales on this area over the next couple of days. Let's see how it goes. If you can see the sell come back down to this area, remember this is the zone we are looking out for. So let's see how price will take a lot of days to correct it. The correction takes a lot of days. You can see how many 1 2 3 4 5 candles push price to all these areas, and we will now start seeing corrective moves. So positively, I'm looking forward to seeing corrective moves in this area down towards this area. So when price gets here, I would love to see buys, and if price breaks above here and retests, or possibly we have a break like this 1 2 3 break, I can have an entry here. So if we have a break, I can have an entry. Then we'll possibly look forward to the monthly zone, which is around, wow, the monthly zone is far away, 136. So this is the area. But if we want to follow up the structure from the daily, we need a higher low to continue this trend. So let's see how price will start selling to give us a higher low where we can capitalize on the buys for BTC. So I think that's that on BTC. Let me go back to daily because I want to stick to this view from daily, because the daily give me a structure. Why? Because this was the monthly after we broke out, retest 1, retest 2, we started to see a change. This is where the change happened. Then this candle was responsible for the change. Price came back into that candle and we have boom. So if you come back, fine. If you don't come back, then we look for more buys at the top there. Okay, I think that's that for now, guys, on BTC. So let's look forward to buying BTC, as BTC has created a push, a correction, then we should expect a continuation push. So percentage of coming down depends on what the candle gives us from the lower time frame, which is 4 hour. I'll stick to 4 hour and go down to 1 hour. So in this area, let me switch this zone like this. Sorry for switching it, I just want to be sure. In this area, this is where I want to see. We already have one rejection from this area. We have this bearish candle from this area. So let's see if we can have more. 1 2 3 2. So this slowing down is just meaning that price is possibly going to switch its direction. That's just what it means. It means price is possibly going to switch a direction. So if price switch direction, that would be awesome. But if price does not, just let's make capital use of whichever one it gives us. So this is the first rejection we have. Let's see if we can have second, third, then we'll see if price will push to retrace down to this area. But for now, I think I'll just leave the chart upside down like this so that I can monitor it properly and see how it goes. All right, guys, I think that's that for BTC this today and this week. So presently I'm bullish from my structure, but if I see this retracement setup, if I find an entry from this retracement setup, it will be fine. But presently bullish on BTC. So thank you. If I see this is the first, if I still see a good rejection candle here, I'll possibly take it down to this area. I'll close it around here and wait for price to form something like this. All right. That's that on BTC. I wish you guys all the best. Bye for now.